So, today I'm going to be talking about the silly funny goober from Transformers Armada, the Transformers Legacy Evolution Starscream. So, of course, he has a Star Saber. You've got his cannons and the little back flap that's stuck out in the anime, but you can't put it down if you want. But I tend to keep it up on display, but just for the more accurate look. Whole piece can be moved back if you want. Also, it is blast effect compatible. For my display, I kind of have him doing the thing he does at spoilers at the end before he dies, where he's blasting a Unicron like that. And then I put in these blast effects from the well, actually no, it's Buzzworthy Bumblebee Transformers the movie pack with the dead Prowl and Ironhide, and I think it looks pretty good. Like, it looks like the blasts that he does during that scene. I do wish that the repaint that actually shows how he looked during that scene actually looked like, it looks really good, but the price, I cannot buy that. One thing I do wish this really had is like the removable wing for the sword instead of this, but I mean, if you're displaying it, you can do that and just try and hide it. But wings are nice. You can take them off, but I don't really want to. And I guess we'll get into the transformation. So first thing I usually like to do is put this part up. You're going to kind of push down on the head, and then the back part of the body is going to sort of move down. And while you're doing that, push up the cockpit. So what you're going to be wanting to do is kind of do like this. So put your hand here and then put it on his head. And that's a good amount of the transformation done. Then take the wings, fold them up like this. Now, you're going to have to align his arms like this and get them into the right position so that they kind of lock in with the wing. Sometimes just like moving the wing down and then doing that can help because it locks in place easier. Then you're going to take his arms, put them like that, and then once you got it nice and flush against there, you're going to push down on the wrist, hide it away. It is pretty clever. I do really like this, although mine does have an issue with paint on one of the arms, I'm pretty sure. It's not that bad, and like no one's gonna notice it, but yeah, I mean, this guy's just really cool and I love him. So then usually when I display him in jet mode, you gotta make sure you put these up in jet mode. Also put those forward. Now the back part, I recommend using this to kind of pop these out, because these are a very important part of this transformation. So now you have to rotate his leg there, that way. Rotate the other leg like that. Now, you've gotta slide these plates here together, and this will tab into the other one. Oh wait, before doing that, you should probably, just tuck the feet in so it's a bit easier. Then do this part where you tab the legs together. It's a little bit fiddly. I don't know if that's just my copy or if that's everyone's copy. But yeah, you really gotta line it up just right. That's about how it should be. And you put it like that, fold this down, and I mean, make sure everything's in place properly. There we go. Then, I mean, there's not much covering for Starscream's head, as you can tell, but if you've got displayed like this, no one's really going to notice. So if you get this, definitely like display it on a high shelf. If you're planning to go for bit and jet mode. And then you can add this on. So you'll put it on like this, goes under here. You just pop it on. It's kind of made to look like missiles. I wish it came with 2 of the Star Saber, even though that's very inaccurate. It would have kind of just helped with some symmetry, because that just looks a little bit random. Like, also, a lot of the product images show this as like being red, so I don't know if mine's mispainted, but if mine is mispainted, at least it's show accurate to his weapon. And then again, these are blast effects from the Buzzworthy Bumblebee, Corpse, Ironhide, and Prowl. And then you got your old jet mode. It is a pretty nice jet mode. The only issue, I think, is the feet being all weird. But yeah, it's pretty nice. So to de-transform, it's pretty simple. One thing you do have to know is it is pretty easy to accidentally just pop off one of his legs sometimes, which I'm not going to show because I don't want to have to mess around with that. And these old tabs that they have are actually a lot better than the normal ones because they're much bigger, and as you can see I have like no fingernails, so having these ones that stick out a lot more is really helpful because I can actually get my fingers on there and pull it out. Now, remove the cosmetic items. Now, technically, you could put the Star Saber in there also like a blast effect. By the way, just a little thing I just thought of. Put Starscream's head up. Hold it back. And so this part, you can like, it's got these tabs here if you want to tab it in. I don't normally keep it like that. And then you do this. Boom. And then now I'll talk about articulation that he has. So obviously no wrist swivels because he has hand storage. He has a bicep swivel, over 90s on the elbows, which is always pretty nice. And then knee bends, a little over 90. If you want more articulation, pretty sure you can just open up the flap and then boom, you've got like a lot more knee bend there. But then thigh swivels, and then you can do a full Jean-Claude Van Damme. Pretty easy to pose because he's got these big huge supports on his feet. He has an ankle tilt, and his toes can go back because of transformation. Then also he has a waist swivel, but you'll have to untab this part and pull this part out of its slot if you want to use it, because this can bump into his legs sometimes. But I mean, it's pretty good Armada Starscream, I will say. I recommend it. I'd give it like a 9 out of 10. It does have a few issues, like especially with the transformation. I don't like the feet. They're kind of wonky. I don't know, I just don't like him, but yeah, it's pretty cool little Starscream, lots of articulation. I mean, if you get Armada Megatron, I would recommend getting this guy, because he's cool. And I mean, he's got the nice little cannons, so it's pretty sweet. And this is one of my favorite versions of Starscream, where he's not just this evil, sniveling, constantly treacherous second in command to Megatron, who's always trying to take over. He's a little bit more sympathetic, because he's constantly bullied by the others, and eventually sacrifices himself to save, like, Earth from Unicron. Just really cool. I like those Decepticon symbols, they look pretty good. And they do a lot of good, like, line working on here with the cockpit. It does look like the show. Oh, really great figure. I highly recommend it. Again, 8 out of 10. It's almost perfect, just missing a few things. But yeah, that's it. Gonna see you guys in my next video, I guess, which most likely will be on Activator's Bumblebee. See ya.